Trump's tariff tightrope, a balancing act between protectionism and economic repercussions. The Trump administration finds itself navigating a precarious economic tightrope, grappling with the potential fallout from sweeping tariffs imposed on goods from Canada and Mexico. This dramatic move, enacted despite warnings of significant price hikes and widespread economic disruption, has thrown the president's "Make America Affordable Again" promise into sharp relief, sparking heated debate and uncertainty across the nation. The immediate aftermath of the tariff announcement saw major U.S. retailers predict an almost instantaneous surge in consumer prices. This stark reality directly contradicts the president's long-standing pledge to curb inflation and ensure affordability for American families. The dissonance between rhetoric and reality has intensified scrutiny of the administration's economic policies and their impact on everyday citizens. Adding further complexity to this unfolding drama, U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick hinted at a potential compromise. In an interview with Bloomberg, Lutnick suggested that President Trump might be considering a partial rollback of the tariffs as part of a broader negotiation with Canada and Mexico. This potential deal, however, wouldn't represent a complete reversal. Lutnick indicated that some goods would still face a hefty 25% tariff, leaving specific sectors vulnerable. The possibility of reprieve for the automotive industry, amongst others, remains on the table, fueling speculation and anxious anticipation. The president's own statements have been characterized by a mixture of defiance and a seemingly casual acceptance of potential economic turbulence. During his address to Congress, he acknowledged that the tariffs might cause a little disturbance, dismissing the potential consequences with a dismissive wave of his hand. This seemingly nonchalant attitude stands in stark contrast to the palpable concern expressed by businesses both within the U.S. and globally. They have voiced strong concerns about the far-reaching repercussions of the administration's protectionist stance. The economic reality paints a more nuanced picture than the president's rhetoric might suggest. While the U.S. economy has demonstrated remarkable resilience in recent years, the specter of heightened inflation, particularly considering its recent peak at generational highs just 3 years ago, looms large. This economic history adds weight to the concerns voiced by experts and critics who warn of potential instability if the tariffs remain in place. The drama escalated with a public exchange between President Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Trudeau, in a candid and pointed rebuke, publicly labeled the U.S. tariffs as a very dumb thing to do. This sharp public disagreement underscores the tension and strained relationship between the two nations, further complicating any potential resolution. The timeline of events surrounding this tariff saga is equally compelling. Initial pledges to target Canada and Mexico with tariffs were made upon the president's return to office. However, the actual implementation was postponed, first to the beginning of February, then granted a last-minute 1-month delay. This series of delays and shifting deadlines highlights the internal struggles and evolving strategies within the administration. The unfolding situation raises fundamental questions about the long-term economic consequences of protectionist policies. While proponents argue that tariffs protect domestic industries and jobs, critics warn of potential retaliatory measures from trading partners and the risk of escalating trade wars. The ultimate impact on American consumers, businesses, and the global economy remains uncertain, leaving the nation anxiously awaiting the resolution of this high-stakes economic standoff. The current situation underscores a fundamental clash of economic philosophies. The administration's protectionist approach is viewed by some as a necessary defense against unfair trade practices. Others argue that such measures stifle economic growth, harm international relations, and ultimately hurt consumers. The debate is likely to continue, fueled by the ongoing uncertainties surrounding the tariff issue and its broader implications for the U.S. and global economy. The coming weeks and months will be crucial in determining the ultimate outcome of this economic gamble and its lasting impact on the nation's economic landscape. The tension remains high as the world watches President Trump's next move in this high-stakes game of economic brinkmanship. The consequences, for better or worse, will be far-reaching and deeply felt across borders and economic sectors. the future remains uncertain, prompting both anticipation and apprehension as the nation awaits the next chapter in this complex and evolving saga. The president's decisions will not only shape the immediate economic outlook, but will also leave a lasting legacy on the nation's economic trajectory and its standing in the global arena. The stakes are incredibly high.